when you get knuckle deep in the macaroni and cheese, she'll probably start purring, right? Or when your balls deep, yeah, she's gonna be purring very loudly. But if you like a girl and you think she likes you, ask her out. Stop wasting your time. Stop wasting her fucking time, and just get to asking girls out. You want to get a coffee, you want to get a drink, you want to have dinner, whatever. Just fucking go for it, right? And the longer you take to do it, the more difficult it's going to become to actually do it, and the less likely she is to say yes. So here's a super simple fucking video, and it's how to know if a girl likes you. It's the foolproof way to know if a girl likes you. There's only like 2 little exceptions that might complicate this test. And the test is really simple. You just ask her out. Fucking magic. Give me $500. I just gave you the secret, right? Because I'm sure there's a lot of guys out there who are like, does this girl like me? This is on like the level of this girl in my class, or this girl that I know, or a girl I work with, da-da-da-da-da. Or it could be even a girl that you walk past on the street and she gives you a look and you're like, was that a look? Like, did it actually mean something? Well, the only way you're going to find out is if you go and talk to her and ask her out. Right? But you have to talk to a girl in order to ask her out, right? So that's part of the process. But the end test is going to be if you ask her out or not. If you really want to know, just say the words, hey, we should get a coffee sometime. Hey, we should grab dinner sometime. Hey, we should grab a drink sometime. Hey, we should, you should let me stick my banana into your pussy kind of vibes. Like, don't do that. That's sometimes my style, but it's because I know what I'm doing. I wouldn't advise that for most guys. It was a fucking joke, okay? So coffee, dinner, drink, yoga in the park, take a walk, ice skating, go for a hike, come check out my basement. Like, I don't know what the fuck is your idea of a date, right? Ask her out. And if you get a no, then she probably wasn't fucking interested. And if you get a yes, she was fucking interested, okay? So whether it's a girl in your class, at your work, a girl that walked past you, on a crosswalk and she gave you a look, well, you need to go and talk to her and have a conversation with her and say, hey, I think you're really pretty. What's your name? And you get to know her, da-da-da. And then be like, hey, you want to get costume time? And then you're going to find out if that look was really a look or not. Or if it was just, I don't know, you fucking had something on your face. There's only 2 exceptions to this. And that is if she thinks you're a playboy, fuckboy, whatever, or if she has a boyfriend, right? Because people are attracted to others even though they're in relationships. Hopefully, if they have virtue, they don't allow that attraction. Like a girl gives you a look because, she's just naturally attracted to you and then looks away and keeps walking, and then you walk up and you're like, hey, and she's like, fuck, God's testing me today. And she's like, hi, nice to meet you. Yeah, da-da. And she's like, yeah, this guy's really hot. Fuck, shit. Oh, you want to get coffee? I'd love to, but I have a boyfriend, I'm sorry, or I'm married. Here's my ring, or I'm engaged. But you're really nice. I wish you, okay. You kept it together, Sarah. Good job. She walks off. She's like, fuck, that guy was really hot, but, I love Steve, da-da-da. And then, she'll forget about you. She might think about you for a little bit, and then she'll forget about you. And she'll be flattered by the fact that you approached her and, gave her a compliment. It made her feel sexy. Maybe she's going to wonder why her boyfriend doesn't appreciate her more. Who knows what the fuck it's going to have an effect. You might have fucked up Steve's day, right? You made his job harder, but he probably should get on his shit and start appreciating his girl more. Anyways, but, she might have a boyfriend, right? So sometimes girls say I have a boyfriend. It's just an excuse to get rid of you. But sometimes it's genuine. And they did give you a look and they were attracted, right? And if they were single, it would be a different story. But if you see me like moving my arm or something, I'm petting my cat. Nana. I'll show you maybe in a little bit, but right now she's very comfortable. Nana, do you like me? You want to go on a date with me? No? So, this is me and my girl. You wish with you. She's purred. Can you hear the purring? Yeah. If you want to tell a cat likes you, just if she purrs, right? If you want to tell if a girl likes you, she'll start purring. Kind of literally, right? When you get knuckle deep in the macaroni and cheese, she'll probably start purring, right? Or when your balls deep, yeah, she's gonna be purring very loudly, but yeah, it works. It's a pretty good test if a girl likes you or not. Actually, one time I remember I was in Whole Foods. Yeah, right. What a great fucking start to a story. Whole Foods in California, right? And there was a a drum circle in the corner because everyone there is fucking hippies. But no, I remember I was walking in the aisles. I was like all sweaty from, I think a Muay Thai workout or something, and I don't even know if I fucking showered. So I was feeling real primal, but California girls are into that kind of shit. But I walked past this aisle and I just turned right, and there's this like probably early 30s, a little bit older than me at the time, chick, cute. But I remember she just like literally stopped when she saw me. I must have just been her type, I'm not just like, yeah, I'm the shit, right? But there's girls out there who are attracted to me, right? And she happened to be one of those. And she just kind of stopped. And I actually heard her, like, there was some sort of guttural sound where she's like, mm-hmm. Like, she just, I don't know if she had a mini orgasm. She was like, mm-hmm. And it was attraction, it wasn't because I stunk really bad, like, at least I don't think so, but, I'm pretty good at telling if a girl's attracted to me. It's kind of what I do for a living. But I just remember the look in her eyes, like, and I can't really replicate it. I'm coming off like I'm having a seizure, but she the way she did it was very cute. She almost kind of purred, like, so girls can purr, to show interest. I'm taking this way too far. It started as a joke about my cat, and now I'm talking about women purring. Anyways, so girlfriends, boyfriends, girls who are in relationships, yeah, they're attracted to you, but they're still going to reject you. Okay, so that's one exception to the ask a girl out to find out if she really likes you game. The other one is something that I encountered a lot, and it's called the Playboy paradox, right? The fuckboy problems, first world problems. So what this does is girls will meet you and they're attracted to you. This usually happens. I mean, it happens to guys. Oh, Jesus Christ, you are hairy, girl. Holy shit. Fuck you, Dad. So when guys are like intermediate and they're starting to get really good with girls, usually this happens when guys have slept with like a couple dozen chicks and, they're starting to get their number count up. And they're calm, comfortable, charismatic, confident, whatever. But they're not quite at that real, like, lover of women kind of level yet. They're still getting their bearings, and they're like, yeah, what's up, girl? Like, yeah, I'm popular, I got my dick sucked at least twice this year. Like, I'm the shit. And girls will be attracted to their demeanor because they'll give him the time of day and flirt with him and da-da-da. But then when it comes time to actually, put rubber to the road and actually get this going, the girl will kind of give this like, yeah, you're cute, but, and she'll give some sort of excuse, or she'll say, if we see each other again. Like, there's obviously some fucking flirtation going on, because if she wasn't attracted, she would have been like, yeah, I appreciate it, but, have a nice day, or sorry, I have a boyfriend, but she doesn't really have a boyfriend, or just the straight up ignore you kind of thing. It's pretty clear when a girl's not attracted to you. But then there's this, she'll smile and flirt with you and da-da-da, but then there's this, like, I know what you're trying to do, boy. And she'll have this barrier of, I know you're a fuckboy, I know what you're trying to do, I know you're just trying to get in my pants. And some part of her actually would probably enjoy that, but maybe she's in a place in her life where she's not looking for that fun, or she already has someone who's kind of fulfilling that role for her, so you're kind of, you're superfluous at this point. If you would have caught her, 2 months ago before she met that other guy who approached her and, started digging her down, then it might have worked out. But she has that wall. Maybe she just had a breakup, and that guy might have been her, her fuckboy that turned into a relationship, but then cheated on her because he's a fuckboy. Whatever, right? There's a lot of complex psychology going on there that's very dependent on her specific situation and the way that you come off. So I call it the player paradox, because the girls are really attracted to you, but it's kind of funny. It's the more attractive you become, you actually start getting negative results where all these girls are flirting with you, but then you don't end up actually smashing. Or you get in a lot of dates, but then the girls never actually put out because they're worried about getting fucked and chucked, tooted and booted, slammed and then never called again. I don't know how many more phrases and ways that I can say this, but you get what I'm saying. So you want to, well, the way that I was about to start giving a lesson on how to overcome it, but that's not what this video is. I'm just telling you that I've had videos about that. Actually, maybe I'll put one in the description if I can remember when I made a video about this, or maybe I'll make another one about it if I haven't recently. But it's just an explanation to how you might get rejected, but it wasn't because of a lack of attraction. It was because she thinks you're a fuckboy and you're probably not gonna give her what she wants or needs at the current moment. Now, sometimes you can still, pile drive through that shit and she'll still, suck dick or, let you hit it. But you got to be really, really charismatic. And, she just eventually kind of just goes, oh, okay, fine, and her horniness triumphs over her reasoning skills. But sometimes you're not actually a bad guy. Maybe, I've had tons of girls who were like, yeah, you're a fuckboy, da-da-da, but then we smash, and then we end up having like a nice little mini relationship. I'm very clear that I'm not going to commit, but we still have a nice time together, and they're happy for the time we did spend together because they tell me. They do get a boyfriend, but they're like, hey, I really enjoyed our time together. It was nice. It was great sex. We had good conversations. You were actually a nice, kind person who, gave me some advice and listened to me about my troubles. And I've even given girls dating advice who I was smashing, and then they went off and learned some things about how guys think, and maybe they prevented a fuckboy who wasn't as nice as me from getting to hit because they learned, the tricks of the trade. So you can get around it, but again, this video is not about that, right? I just want to let you know that you can get rejected, but there is still attraction. But I don't want you going out there and every time you get rejected, be like, oh, it's because I'm a big pimpin' fuckboy and, I'm just too smooth, too cool for school. It's like, no, if you really were smooth, you wouldn't be actually running into these problems, right? That's why there's this higher level, right? Where you're actually a lover, and even girls can think you're a fuckboy, but it's okay because you're just on that level. You're just that guy. So if this is your problem, if you have a lot of girls flirting with you. But then when it comes time to actually get with you, like maybe they'll even give you their number and agree to a date, but then they're just texting you and they're smiling and they're doing everything that is like all the signs that they're flirting with you, but it's not actually the end thing, which is a date or actually wrapping their lips around your dick. Like the things that you actually want, they're not doing, and you got to fix your game to get past that barrier, past that plateau. But yeah, those are the exceptions. Boyfriend and player paradox of why asking a girl out might result in a no, but she's actually still attracted to you. But other than that, very simple. If you like a girl and you think she likes you, ask her out. Stop wasting your time. Stop wasting her fucking time. And just get to asking girls out. You want to get a coffee, you want to get a drink, you want to have dinner, whatever. Just fucking go for it, right? And the longer you take to do it, the more difficult it's going to become to actually do it, and the less likely she is to say yes. The time most women are most likely to say yes is in the first time meeting her, or the first couple times meeting her. There's not always that perfect opportunity, if you meet a girl at dance class or whatever, and there's never that moment where you're alone with her to ask her out. Okay, that's fine, but you want to get on it quickly, because once you spend too much time with a girl and you don't actually make that move, there's exceptions, but if you don't make that move, then you kind of just, you two get comfortable being at that level, and then once you try to change and break the mold, it just feels awkward, and there's no momentum anymore. There's not that inertia of when she first meets you and she's attracted to you, and you think she's attracted to you, but because you're too much of a fucking pussy to actually go up and talk to her, like I'm seeing this video going viral on Instagram or whatever, and it's this guy, and he's like, oh, that girl over there in the black dress, and the guy filming him is like, yeah, what about her? He'd be like, I think I'm in love with her. And then the guy's like, go talk to her. And he's like, no. And then the video ends. It's like, I mean, it's funny, but Jesus fucking Christ, go fucking talk to her, Like, even if you don't know if she's attracted to you, you should go give it a fucking try. The worst that's going to happen is she says no. Well, I guess the worst that can happen is she, like, looks at you like, you're disgusting, and she would rather fuck a cat on the street than you, right? Sometimes you'll get that look and it fucking sucks, but it's really not that bad, okay? You'll get over it eventually. You just got to go cry it out or jerk off, really sad, depressive jerk session. But eventually, it'll go away. The pain will subside. So give it a try. Go and talk to her. Go ask her out, and you'll find out if she liked you or not. Simple, right? Cool. So if you want to learn how to actually go and meet girls, anywhere, everywhere. I have a course called Meet Girls Everywhere, and it teaches you how to meet girls everywhere and anywhere. And it's in the description below, and it teaches you how to approach a girl, have a normal conversation, 5 minutes max, but a lot of details on how to do that, how to speak, how to actually start the conversations, what kind of questions you can use to create organic conversation. Not like, I'm not going to script the fucking conversation for you. That's retarded and impossible. And so much more. So just go check it out. There's a sales page. It explains tons, all the marketing bullshit that we have to do to get people to actually like look at what we're selling. So there's that. There's a texting book that I have. It's called What She Really Means. Literally everything about texting you can think of is in there, right? How to respond to maybe, how to respond to I'll let you know next week, how to deal with a girl leaving you on red, why you got left on red, right? With tons of screenshots of real people, real clients, and myself as well, having conversations with girls and them either succeeding or failing, and why this one text worked and why this text didn't, and an explanation of how to actually text, down to the fucking punctuation marks. Like, I literally am such a fucking nerd that I broke it down to that much of a science, but it's interesting to me. So I like breaking it down on that level. I mean, it's my fucking job, so I might as well have fun with it and be a little bit academic with it, but it's not so nerdy that it doesn't fucking work. It's nerdy, but also practical. So check that shit out in the description below, because you're going to be texting girls in almost every scenario where you're talking to a girl. And then I also have a college book. It's called King of College. Even if you're not in college, it's useful because it teaches you how reputations and making friends works, and your social circles, like your friend groups, works. And it's a funny story. It's a story and a practical book wrapped all in one. I'm working on a second edition that'll come out in the relatively soon future. Relatively soon. And I just want to kind of clean up a little bit of the shittier stuff, I think I was a pretty good guy in university, but, I did get drunk a lot and say a lot of shit to people, and I did sleep with girls who had boyfriends, which was really bad for my reputation, and it was a shitty thing to do. So I kind of want to go into, like, the moral stuff that maybe I did wrong in college and kind of clean that up. But for the most part, aside from that, if you just avoid, being a drunk asshole and sleeping with girls who have boyfriends, then everything else in that book is actually really fucking good and really fucking accurate. And it really gives you an inside look into how reputation works and how making friends work, and what makes a good friend, and friends who betray you, friends who help you, friends who back you up, people who hate on you and talk shit about you, and how to actually deal with that. Really in detail, because I went through it all, probably way worse than you ever will. But that's a good thing for you, because then you can learn from my mistakes and my successes. So check that out in the description. King of College, all my shit. Give me your money, throw it at the screen.
Shut up and take my money!
Put it in my G-strap, and I will dance for you and give you wisdom and knowledge in return. So, yeah, like, subscribe, ring the bell, go fuck yourself. I love you. Give me all your money.